Sophie Kinsella is the author of many bestsellers, including Confessions of a Shopaholic in the U.S., also known as Dream World of a Shopaholic in the U.K., and her most recent novel, just released in the U.S. and in the U.K., entitled Remember Me? So I'd like you to take a moment to say hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Kinsella.
Hi. It is fantastic to be here, to participate in this event, which is just unlike anything I've ever done before. It's unlike any other reading, and it's very, very exciting. So thank you for coming here. And I'm loving a lot of the clothes as I look around. I'm loving your names, and this is just so much fun. I can tell I'm going to become a total addict. I just want to draw attention to my own outfit, too, which I am very, very proud of. But I cannot take credit for this myself. It was designed by Mindo Darcy, who is here. Hi, Mindo, thank you so much for my lovely clothes. That is just so fantastic. I am here to introduce you all to my new heroine, Lexi. My new book is called Remember Me, and it's a standalone book about a girl who loses 3 years of her memory and has to adjust to a whole new life. And the inspiration of it really was thinking, what would happen if you woke up and everything was magically perfect? So this is kind of what happens in the book, that Lexi wakes up in hospital after an accident, and she discovers she has a husband and a top job, and her teeth have been fixed. The only trouble is she doesn't recognize any of it, including herself. So that's her challenge, to go home with a husband that she doesn't know and somehow make a life with him. But luckily, her husband is very helpful, and what he does to help her is he makes a marriage manual, which is kind of like a user's guide to their marriage. Here we go. This is Lexi with her new life with Eric. No way. He put in a section on foreplay. I've been flicking through the marriage manual ever since I woke up this morning, and it's totally, utterly riveting. I feel like I'm spying on my own life, not to mention Eric's. Eric's reading the Financial Times, and I was consulting the index to see what I normally eat. But foreplay looks a whole lot more interesting than food. Surreptitiously, I turn to page 21. Oh my God. He seriously has written 3 paragraphs on foreplay under general routine. Sweeping regular motion, normally clockwise direction, gentle stimulation of the inner thighs. I splutter on my coffee, and Eric looks up. All right, darling, he smiles. Is the manual helpful? Are you finding everything you need? Oh, yes. I hastily flick to another section, feeling a bit like a kid looking up rude words in the dictionary. So there you go, Lexi and Eric off to a fab start in their marriage. I hope you enjoy the book. I have to say I loved writing it, and I loved Lexi. She's a very, very warm-hearted and sassy heroine who has one of the hugest challenges that any of my heroines ever has.
Now, Caitlin Larson just asked a question, which I think you're going to be on the spot to answer, because I happen to know that the folks at home are listening, but of all of the heroes you've created in your books, who would you date?
Oh, that is so good. Oh, do I have to pick one? Can I have them in rotation? Yeah. I think it would have to be Luke, because I know Luke the best. I feel that, I've seen him through 5 books, and I would just be absolutely intrigued to date him in real life. But I have to say that they all have their merits. I mean, my goodness, if I could go into a raspberry patch with Nathaniel, I would be very happy. I shouldn't say that, my husband's listening. He knows. My poor husband, you don't want to be married to a romantic novelist. It's just such a bad gig.
People are asking a lot about your writing routine, how you structure your day, what it's like to be in the beginning of a novel when you finished a book. Do you read any of the passages aloud to see if other people think it's funny?
Well, yes, I have different phases of writing. I have what I call the coffee shop stage, and that's when I'm planning a book. It's the exciting stage where you're just bouncing ideas around, and you get that sort of tingle of excitement of, oh, that would be funny, or that would be great, and I sort of plot it all out in coffee shops usually, because I like being out of the house and I like seeing people, and then you can always throw a bit of shopping. Then I go to my room and I turn on loud music and I just sort of try to lose myself in the book.
Do you have any advice for young writers who haven't quite gotten started yet, or who maybe need to pay the bills before their first big break?
My advice would be, don't start until you know you have a fantastic idea that you really want to see through to the end. And, get help from people around you if you need the support, if you need people to understand why you're not socializing as much or whatever it might be. And make sure you have fun with it. Because I think, if you're writing a book that you would enjoy reading, you'll want to write it. You'll want to make time for it. You won't care that you're spending all night doing it because it's the place you want to be. I just want to say thank you, and let's do this again because it's been great.
Well, that really does answer our last question, which is, have you had a good time? Because you seem to have had a terrific time, and I know we've all learned a lot, and it was really enjoyable having you here with us in Second Life.